Good morning, lovies. So, hello. I just got my own little setup going. I got a new candle going because that other one was pretty much down to the end. So I've got my incense, I've got my music, and the other day I hung up my vision board on the wall up there, along with some other pictures that I love that I got from friends and thrift stores and whatever. My little Pride windsock thing, and then my Be Kind puzzle that has some cool stuff in it. So if you get closer, you can see it's got like sayings inside the letters that are like, you know, talk to a friend, building community things basically. I can't remember all of them. Take care of your mind and body. Create a safe space. Give an honest compliment. Just little warm fuzzies. So that I like that little reminder for things. And so last night we watched Jingle All the Way, which is a cheesy Arnold Schwarzenegger holiday movie with Sinbad. That's just, it's cute and funny. And anyway, so after we watched that, I couldn't sleep. So I colored and then went to bed. And it helps me like wind down. So I was just curious, like, what do you guys do to wind down? And this is not using your phones. And try to step back from, is like doing, looking at social media and, even watching screens, TV, anything, before you go to bed can disrupt your sleep cycle. So I try to do something before bed that relaxes me and kind of gives me a little bit of peace and calm before I go to sleep. So I think during COVID I started coloring again, and I still enjoy doing it. So I have a lot of different coloring books, but the one I have, this Little Mermaid one. So I've only covered like a handful of these, but anyway, this is one of them I did. They're really cool pictures. So I don't know, it just kind of helps me calm my brain before I go to sleep. So I heard this quote this morning from, it was like an old interview with Bruce Lee. I'm probably going to remember it wrong because I didn't write it down. But it was like, why is it so hard? The question was, why is it so hard to move forward? And he answered, basically, because you're holding on to the old you, and the new you, you haven't given it a chance, basically. So you can't live for today if you're holding on to the old self. So you've got to, if you're trying to get better and trying to change your life and trying to, walk a different path, start slow. Focus on the things you love. Start out with a list. Build a routine from there. Do things for yourself every day. Give yourself 5 minutes. Give yourself 10 minutes. Give yourself an hour. Because you deserve that. So, and then by doing the things that you love, it's going to create love for yourself, and eventually you'll just fill it up so full that you're just going to walk around and be love. So, and other people will see it and feel it. But it's a lot of work to get there. So, I never have enough tea. So, I just wanted to kind of elaborate on that. So, if you're starting on a new path, go slow and give yourself some patience, because you have to give your mind and your body time to develop a new routine, new habits, new patterns. Because if you're like adapting yourself to a new way of being, into this new transformation of self, so you need to figure that out, right? So you need to give yourself time. And it may feel a little lost. You may feel like you're not sure what to do. And it's because you're letting go of your old patterns and you're trying to build new ones, and not falling back on your old habits. So press on through them, and eventually, if you keep doing it, it will be your new way of being. So just stay focused and try to do, a little something different every day, and just focus on you, and you'll figure it out. Whatever you need to do, So it's taken me, well, it's been like 6 months now since I've started this whole journey. It's I was very, very low, and now when my cup is full, I can help other people see their worth. So that's really what the whole Vibrate Higher thing is about, is really just concentrating on you and your connection to the universe and everything around you, and inside you, and making steps to be aligned with your higher self, to be enlightened, to see something bigger than you are, to connect with people, to connect with yourself. Self-care is the greatest thing you can do, and a lot of us ignore it, and I did for a long time. And it seemed silly at first. It did to me, because I wasn't sure what it meant or what I needed to do, and so I was a little bit lost in the beginning. But now, it's been 6 months, and I not only give myself 5 minutes, usually I give myself an hour in the morning, and it sets my whole day, and it fills me up, and I feel connected and loved and inspired. So just wanted a little reminder for you, and I'll read my cards again because I enjoy doing that with you. So I'm going to get my Koi deck. Maybe I'll introduce this other one that I have. So I also have this like moon deck that has all the meanings on the cards. So it didn't come with a book because all of it is self-explanatory, but there's cards like this one that's Kali, which says stepping into the unknown and not being afraid, right? So once you face your fears and you cross over into something new, don't be afraid, because that's how you grow. That's where you start. So I like to pull a couple of these a day just to set intention, set my focus, and see what comes out. So, let's see. I wasn't even thinking of a question, but sometimes there's, I don't know what I'm thinking, but no, sleep on it. So if that's for you, sleep on it. Let me think. My intention, my focus. Maybe tell me that today. First quarter, it's time to commit. First quarter moon. So just something different. But I will go back and read my cards. So get these out. All right. So I'm just gonna hand shuffle because it was kind of loud yesterday when I was actually shuffling these. And sometimes I just loosely shuffle the cards, and then sometimes like cards will pop out, and I'm meant to draw them, or you're just like, hey, don't put this back, like pay attention to it. So this is Kitty, the Three of Swords, which is also an interesting one. Can you focus? Maybe. There we go. Sorry, my phone doesn't want to focus on that, but there you go. Three of Swords. So okay, Three of Swords. I've had this one a couple of times. Oh, only twice. Okay, so this is the third time. I see this card as tattoos for a lot of people. It's usually like a heart with three swords in it, or like a bird, something with three swords. So the Three of Swords is one of those cards that many see as difficult. At most of the image of it is shown a heart pierced by three swords. It's true that this card can mean painful feelings or struggle with a difficult emotion, but it can also mean releasing old emotional patterns and using our mind and intellect to understand our feelings. And that's the shift. Sometimes we allow ourselves to be dominated by feelings which have actually moved on, or by the fears which are no longer relevant. So it's about letting go and not being afraid to bask in the new dawn of changing your life, and how that's going to start. So sometimes we allow ourselves to be okay, I just read that, sorry. So applying the creative thinking of the Three of Swords allows us to see more clearly and to realize that our feelings are simply that, feelings, a part of us, but not the whole of us. So if you're having a bad day, a bad moment, anxious, whatever, closing up, it's just feelings, and it's not going to last forever, and it's just a moment in time. So think of the bigger picture, because you are more than your feelings, right? So when this card appears, it is time to acknowledge our feelings and then let them go. Now, that's easier to read than actually do, but it's important to remember that. Kind of, think of it as like a wave. Like things come into our lives, they feel, and then the tide goes back out, and then you let them go. So sit with it as long as you need to, and then let it go. Give it love, send it out, bless it on its way. This card can also symbolize bringing thoughts and feelings into creative harmony. So I'm going to do one more. Well, two more, actually. Let's see, that's this one. Page of Wands. Little bunnies, I think. Oh, it's a little out of focus. There we go. Can you see that? Page of Wands. Anyway, little forest bunnies. Okay. Page of Wands. That's going to be back towards the beginning. Page is night before night. Yes. Okay, this one I've done 6 times. So, when the Page of Wands appears, he brings opportunities to feed your passion and creativity. He encourages you to try something new just for the fun of it. He is playful, curious, and always makes the choice which seems like the most fun. I feel like I draw this like every week. Just a reminder. It's funny, sometimes I draw the same cards and some cards I've never drawn. But the ones that repeat tell you something, so pay attention to the cards that you draw often. The Page is restless and may be easily distracted because he is exploring, learning, seeking his path, and doesn't want to miss out on anything. And that's kind of how I'm feeling right now. All of these traits are part of the process of learning who he is and what his purpose is in life. And he is still at the beginning of his journey. The Page of Wands may need to acknowledge that he may not yet have the knowledge or experience he needs to define his goal more clearly. The key is to enjoy the process of gaining this knowledge and make the most of all the opportunities that come his way. So, yeah, enjoy the process, enjoy the journey, enjoy where you're at in this moment in time, in the present, and don't be afraid to seek and take opportunities that come your way, because you never know where it would take you, even though it's scary. But can also be very rewarding. So, my third card. Let's see. 3 of Swords again. See, I should put them aside, but I just shuffle them back in, and then it's like, hey, pay attention. I did that yesterday too. Okay, I'm gonna shuffle these a little bit more. This one. Ah, see, the World card. I drew that yesterday. So again, it's just restating the completion of a cycle, your connection with everything within and without yourself, or outside of yourself and in yourself. So if you didn't see yesterday, I will read a little bit of the World card. So it's kind of like the completion of a cycle, accomplishment, and fulfillment. So it's a card of completion of everything coming together to achieve something that is greater than the sum of its parts. This is a dynamic balance. We are connected to the dance of life. Free of the fears and doubts which may have held us back in the past, and able to see both ourselves and the world around us more clearly. Let's see. Okay. Like the universe, we are in constant movement, always part of the cycle of our inner self, as well as the greater cycles of the universe around us. The figure in the World card is the cosmic dancer. That's right. Often seen as androgynous, having finally untied all the dualities within. He moves with the cycles, endlessly flowing, transforming, and renewing. So kind of always in this flow state, right? Where you're taking in energy, evolving, renewing, transforming. So when the World card comes up, it reminds us that we are part of something much bigger than our daily concerns and individual lives, and connects us to planetary and even cosmic consciousness. That's pretty huge. So I'm going to shuffle these one more time. Just get a feel for them. It's funny when you draw certain cards and then you draw them again. And it's like, hey, are you listening? I'm feeling this one. Aw, the Two of Cups are like little manatees. 2 cups. Okay. So that one, cups is wands first, swords, then cups. 2 cups. Okay. 4 times on that one. Okay. When the Two of Cups appears, I'm gonna switch. My lighting is a little bit dark over here. Okay. When the Two of Cups appears, you may be making a soul connection with another, a union which allows you to grow on an inner level as well as an outer. This card can symbolize the beginning or deepening of a relationship, and also building and enjoying partnership in a more general sense. You are likely to be feeling compassionate and empathetic towards others, able to appreciate their uniqueness and the gifts they bring to your life. The Two of Cups symbolizes positive and helpful unions, the connections you make with others, especially to one, which helps you get to know yourself better. Meeting the other person as they really are, rather than as we want them to be, is really important with this card. Otherwise, you risk building relationships based on your own projections rather than a genuine connection. So again, that's not wishing something's different. Meeting someone face to face as they truly are, as themselves, stripped of all the masks. And that's difficult. That can be difficult. But I think once you strip away your own masks, you can see other people for who they are, and yourself for who you are. And it's such a profound thing to let go. Let go of your burdens, let go of your anxieties, let go of the fear, because it's holding you back, right? So, yeah. It's like, meeting the other person as they really are, as their true self, and kind of meeting, it's like coming home to meeting your true self inside you. What does that feel like? Who is that person? So that was an interesting draw today. So yeah, I hope you have a blessed day, and thanks for listening, and I feel like I want to say more, but I think I'll just leave it at that. So until next time, lovies. Till tomorrow.